What are current prices in Turkey? How many money do you need for groceries today in Turkey? Are hotels expensive today? What about flights within Turkey? How much should you pay literally for taxi in Turkey? What is the best priced and the tastiest cafe in Istanbul? Hi, this is Lucy. Make sure that you are subscribed. Let's travel the world together. And our journey starts in Fethiye. But is it cheap? Or is it expensive? How much money do you need? Let's explore. In today's video, we will talk a little bit about pricing for groceries. And now we are on the page of the shop which is called Carrefour. If you are living in Europe, most probably you've heard about this shop or you have this shop. And this is the most fastest and real way to understand the price of the groceries in the country you are traveling to, and it is to shop like a local. Yes, most likely you won't be able to make a purchase on the site because lots of countries are requiring having local credit card or debit card. MasterCard or Visa doesn't matter, but you need to have a local bank account and a local bank card. So we will see what's going on here now. What you need to remember is today $1 means 20 liras. So what we here have is that like avocado with the discount is $50. We have oranges 1 kilogram for $1. And there is a quick tip if you don't know this yet. I believe that most of you know this. You're just doing right click and here you have translate to English and Google translate this for you. Not everything will be translated. Things that are downloaded to site as pictures, that will be still in the native language. In our case it's Turkish, but most probably everything that you need to understand and to help you to navigate will be translated. Let's see what's here on the popular products. You see that one pineapple is kind of like $2.50, almost $3. Apples are a little bit more than $1. 1 kilogram of watermelon without a discount is a little bit more than $1, and with the discount is less than $1. What's more important to understand about Turkey is this country produces a lot of things for export. So a lot of European countries have actually Turkish groceries in their shops, but we'll see here like grapes, which are not seasonal product today. They are quite highly priced, and this will be not a case when the season starts from grapes, and it will be around the beginning of the autumn. Like we see here, bananas are like $3 per kilogram. Walnuts are expensive, and they're expensive everywhere. And you see that $5 are for 125 grams of raspberry. Most likely this is imported today for Turkey. So we here have salata leek, which are cucumbers, and it's less than $1 with the discount. Çilek or raspberries are $1 and a little bit more for a kilogram. And what's beautiful about raspberries is that the season starts for them right in the January, and this tastes delicious. Green onions are quite cheap here. You see, with the discount it's 6 liras. So as we see here, this is Italian pasta, and half of the kilo means almost $1. So we have here tomatoes canned, almost a kilogram is $2. Here we have salmon, which is Turkish salmon, and this is one-piece salmon, so the whole fish, and 1 kilogram is almost $9 per kilogram. 15 eggs are $2, and as you see that in the shop you really need to look at yumurta. If you are looking for washing gel, here you go, this is per roll, and without discount it is $5. The next, it's simple, 1 liter of milk, and it is $1 too. What about cheeses? Cheeses are really different in Turkey. It's kind of like the same in the whole Mediterranean. You'll see lots of types of white cheese, and rarely you'll see any types of yellow cheeses. So this would be a great adventure to taste all those new types of cheeses, and you'll see that cheese is different priced, from cheap like this one, $5 per kilo, to really expensive ones. So it's quite an adventure. And you see lots of unknown things are there. Names are same, but regions from where those cheeses are, they are quite different, and it's really interesting to explore them and to taste. What are about booking prices for hotels? We are now on the Agoda side, and what I want to see is the pricing for Fethiye region. And let's see what's happening here. Lots of variants are there, but let's see what we can get for $70 per night per 2 person. And there are lots of ideas, lots of really awesome places. Some of them will be in Fethiye, some of them will be in Oludenis. So what we really want to do is to check the exact location. And if you're thinking that why it's not booking, for me Agoda is one of those sites which has really awesome navigation, and I will show you how this works a little bit later. And if you want to go through this link and see what's working for you, I'll leave this link under this video, so make sure that you are checking it. And as we've seen that lots of variants, let's check the very first one, why not? Here we see what we see inside a hotel. Looks really okay, and let's explore this place a little bit more. So we have some pool, we have some communal areas, looks really good. But the most important thing is location. What about reviews? They are fine. You see there is a couple of variants only left. We don't have the best rooms here. We have some cancellation fee if it is too late. So this works almost the same everywhere, and it's really awesome that in Turkey you have this option to cancel, even if it is a couple of days prior to your trip, because lots of crowded places don't show this option, and here we see some alternatives, which is also useful if this very event, if you'll see this video in future, this will be booked, you have some other suggestions. And what's inside, it's really important to understand. Like, I don't love carrying hair dryer in my baggage. It's a lot of place in the suitcase, and if I'm traveling with hand-only luggage, this is a total no for me. So it's really important to understand what you will see in the room. So, location. What you see here is that not exactly in the Blue Lagoon this variant is, and we really need to talk a bit about this geographic thing in Fethiye. First, Fethiye is not only the city of Fethiye, it's the region. And when people are saying Fethiye, they are literally talking about different things. And as you see that this is the whole coast, Antalya, Alanya, we are going to Mersin. You can check videos on this channel about this beautiful city, Adana, and we are really close to the border of Turkey. Again, Konya, this is a beautiful city. You can check the video of Konya if you want to go to different parts of Turkey, to the actual Turkey, how it is, non-touristic one, Konya, Adana, highly recommending, tastiest cuisine, beautiful scenery, you won't regret this. And Izmir, and we are going back to Istanbul through Bursa, and here we go. And one more city is worth your attention, which is, of course, the capital, Ankara. Also non-touristic city, but still beautiful. There are lots of things to do in Ankara, and there will be a video about this city soon, so check this. And let's back to understanding Fethiye. So Fethiye, the city, is divided by two pieces. First, this is plage area. This is where I have the direct access to water. The other part of Fethiye is an old town where you will not have access to the coast. And of course, you are starting your journey from most likely Dalaman Airport. And now you will see your whole route, how you go from Dalaman Airport to Fethiye and then to Oludeniz, to the hotel that we've chose on Agora side. What's important is, yes, there are busy hours, but there are endless amount of taxis which are really good in service, and they have really great cars. You can sit there with 2 people, 4 or even 6 people inside. They have good air conditioning and they talk English, so it's really fast, less than an hour trip from the airport to where you want to stay. So you have basically 2 choices in Fethiye: be near the water or be near the average city thing that Fethiye has to offer. So Old Town or near the water, this is your choices. And as in our example, our hotel is in the middle literally of mountains, close to Oludeniz. There is everything. It's as usual touristic places. So this is little low floor old town where this hotel is situated. There is a lot of taxis as well. There is public transportation, which is literally clear and understandable. And it's really close to the Blue Lagoon. It's close to yachts which are going to different islands, and you are really close to the Babadak mountain. So there is lots of things that you can do there, and this is your literally everything that you need to know about staying in Fethiye. Let's see what are the prices within Turkey. We are going from Dalaman Airport to Istanbul. And this is really important that we have this ability to save time, because it's really up to 10 hours by bus. By car, I don't think it will be much faster because you need stops. And let's see what we have on Skyscanner. For example, in the end of our stay, so we've been 7 days in Fethiye, in Aludeniz, and now we want to extend our vacation, and we are buying a ticket, one-way ticket, and let's assume we'll go back home right there from Istanbul. So let's see. So this is an aggregator, and it will have all the possible variants of flights that are available in the region. And we have here $60 per person tickets, and we have some tickets with stops, and as it's understandable, most of those tickets will be by Turkish Airlines. This is really beautiful flights. They have the best flight attendants. I adore Turkish Airlines, and you see that prices are going nuts, but we don't want any stops. We want a direct flight from Dalaman in Fethiye to Istanbul. And you see that these prices are more than affordable. This is plane ticket for one person. This is even less if you're thinking about two person. Then you'd pay for a taxi just from airport somewhere in Italy, in France, in Germany. So this is even more than affordable. So now you understand that not only traveling within the Turkey is awesome, but flying and saving time is perfect way to explore this beautiful country too. What about prices for taxi. Now we are in Uber app, and we have here some route from the Charles Beach to the city center of Fethiye, and we see here 40 to 51 Turkish lira, and this is not a true price. This is something that not working, and you see that no cars available. And when we are seeing a route from Fethiye city center to Aludeniz, again no cars available and the price is not correct. What we can do in such situation, it could happen in any city in Turkey, in any location. Now we will head to BTaxi app. I will leave the link under the video. You can log into BTaxi from any country in the world and just to see what's happening with the prices. It's really important because you really want to understand how much money do you need for taxis. And now we are here within this app. We have couple types of cars, 8.5 liras per kilometer. This is for yellow cab, 14.47 per kilometer for a big car. And we have here starting price per kilometer, and the minimum price. This looks really good. These are current prices. What's important that you can pay with cash and you can pay with card. You don't have to know Turkish because you have two routes, A and B, your final route, and this will be it. You can say merhaba or hello, and that will be it. And as it is an app, there is 0 cases that you will pay not the fair price, and they will have this little window, little thing that will count your kilometers. So at any time of the ride you will see how much kilometers you are traveling now, and this is your exact route from Fethiye to Aludeniz. You see it's 21 minutes ride. I don't think it's 21 minutes, to be exactly sure. It is a little bit longer. I think it's around 30. So anything than that, the prices are correct. So 250 to 300, that is correct price. In the season, as today it's not a starting of high season, I will expect the prices going a little bit up, but not as twice. But you really need to understand, if you catch a taxi somewhere, the price could be higher a little bit. And what we have here now, let's check what's going on in Istanbul. So, assuming that we already arrived from Dalaman to Istanbul airport, you see that starting prices the same, kilometers prices quite the same also, and you see the final price, which is really good. This is how much kilometers there are, and it's literally starting from $20 per ride from airport to the very city center, to Taksim Square in Istanbul. And thinking about Taksim Square and the city center of Istanbul, you really need to understand that no cars other than those who are living there, and public transport and taxi are allowed in some parts of the city center, so this really leads the busy streets becoming even more busier, and it will take some time. You see, it's 36 minutes ride, and when it's traffic it could be quite more. It could be an hour, it could be like an hour and a half. It's really depending on how bad the traffic is, so the price could be a little bit higher, but still it's very affordable, and you really know what to do when you don't see taxi in Uber. As we already arrived to Istanbul, I want to share with you my favorite restaurant. I've been talking about this restaurant in some of the videos about Istanbul, but if you haven't seen these videos, I really want you to have some time and enjoy food there. This place, which is called Ziya Shark Sofrası, they have like a net of restaurants, and all of them are awesome. My favorite one is near Taksim Square, but now we want to talk about some food here. Having opportunity to check prices before going to a country is essential. Why? Because it's all about budgeting and understanding what to expect. And believe me, you will not have a lot of time to understand where you want to have dinner, where you want to have lunch, because there will be a lot of emotions, you'll see a lot of places, and you will be busy. And usually, if you are choosing not all-inclusive in Turkey vacation, you'll want to see places. You'll want to experience everything that Turkey has to offer, and you'll have less time to understand which place is for locals and which place are for tourists. And this very place is the best example of the place where locals usually are a majority of guests. So let's understand the prices. So we have lahmacun, which is, I call it Turkish pizza. It's 45 liras. We have Adana kebab, which is literally $10, 190 liras. And what you think about these portions? Personally, I'm dividing each person for two. The next thing which I would order is, of course, çorbalar, which is currently a soup, and this is the most tastiest soup ever. When you're thinking about ordering kebabs, first taste them all, taste them everywhere. And my favorite here is patlıcanlı kebab, which is literally eggplant puree and egg kebab. So you have some domates, which is tomatoes, you have some bulgur as a side dish, some salad, biber, which is not spicy, paprika, and you have some really beautiful onions with sumac, which is awesome. And you can have any types of kebabs here. They are literally made in the oven, in the open fire, so this is really tastiest. If you have some room for more meat, you can taste kafta, you can taste shish. Those are beautiful types of meats too, and they have some party sets, so for 2, for 3, and for 4 sets. Now we are on some kind of like Italian side, because all those things, some of them are remembering about Italian pizza, and some of them suggest pita. For me, it's like a Georgian type of bread with cheese and some other things. It could be protein, it could be tomatoes and onions. So this could be a starter as well. So pita is a really great thing to taste. Durums, as there you see $5, $10. Those are most current prices. And if you want like shish or tandoor or kebab, they are a little bit more than $10. And I can guarantee you those are dishes for 2. It's not for one person. If you are really hungry, you can eat one dish and probably a soup and a dessert, and this will be literally your half or not all calories that you need for a day. What other things are there? Those are those little side dishes. Yaprak sarma, those are grapes leaves which are stuffed with rice and spices. Hummus, which is understandable. Baba ganoush, which is also a national dish in Turkey. Some salads, and for tatli, which is sweets. Künefe is the best there if you want to start your first taste about künefe. This is the right place, and come here again and taste this firin sütlaç. I don't know how to explain how this tastes, but this tastes like heaven. It's literally the dish from the childhood. I've never tasted this dish in childhood, but it really feels that I've eaten this my whole first like 15 years in my life. And some other things which is really interesting. These are sholgam suyu. This is a national dish. It really feels like you are tasting water from pickles, and the color, which is red, comes from beetroot. The other national drink here is ayran, which is some milky thing. If you really love tasting different types of milk around the world, you should taste it. And if it's not the first time in Turkey, you already know what it is. I hope that your journey to Turkey will be only joyful, and you'll taste and see everything that you wish. And I'm wishing you all the best journeys in the world. Stay tuned, subscribe, and let's travel the world together. See you soon on this channel. Bye.